Yeah, Judge, good morning. Well, I get only point. Listen. The interviewer started a very rocky, very rocky, shaky, hand balance, and then it just blossom. Blossom so much you even mention Miss Blossom. But you hear, yo, it better than it. Yo, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good day, sir. Good morning. I'm coming from the interview yesterday. We got a lot of feedback. People were ones were reminiscing. Big up Pastor Dennis. They're reminiscing and saying what he did was a real sacrifice of yesterday reflection, and it was very down to earth, but at the same time full of affluence. We want to kind of shift a little bit and get down to earth on a kind of hush topic, which is where it's two parties who link together, but one kind of higher than the other, and in certain respect it kind of hard to really say. It's a game of chess with the two of them. People who for police presence in the community and ones who believe that it would cause a negative effect, and we don't know if that is even true, but what are some of the things each side not seeing in terms of police presence in the community, sir?
There are a number of problems with police presence in our community. And one of the main ones is the behavior of the police themselves in the community. And the next thing is the level of education within the community.
Level of education?
Yeah. Because basically people are not okay with why the police will be there. Will arrive at a lot of negative reasons.
I'm sorry, sir?
People who are not aware why the police would have been present in a community to bring about law and order would see them in a different light. For instance, in a community that grows, say, ganja, rely heavily on the growing of ganja, they would not like the president of the community, president of the police in the community.
Vegetable matter. Big up Hooligan, big up Peter. Yes, sir.
Because they necessarily believe that the police will stop the trade. And some of the young people that are involved, or the whole people involved, would have been subject to police harassment or lockup. So you have it from that point of view. The other thing is the level of, we talk about the level of education. But a community that is not intelligent enough to arrive at a reason why the police will be there, or a rational reason, is bound to create problems. Because they necessarily probably pick up vibes from people who are not intelligent. Then you have the police themselves, who don't know the reason why they are a member of the force itself. What
you
is their
mean
primary?
Like hustler police?
No, not really hustler, but they are not trained to bring about law and order in a manner that is conducive to peace. They see the force as some parties said some years ago that they should remove the name force from the police. Because the police is a force. Police is really a arm of the government that should be given primarily to mediation, to bring about peace within the community, peace among families, peace among the different inhabitants in the community. And they should also be involved in education. They should be more involved.
One time I play on party and see Victor, Rudolph McBean, him say big up to the peace officers. And tell them I'm like 13. And I say, what? And I say big up to the peace officers on the mic. And I just say it, I say, who that? And I say, police there. But him say peace officers. Instead of the force vibe and intimidate everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the police themselves, sometimes you have to wonder if the training is misdirected. You know. And not only is the police not trained properly, but we have also remember that in the community itself there was and still is a local police, the district councils,
Okay.
who have their petty jealousies and their political problems, and they manifest it in their work.
Under the law, every community after a district council.
Every community was have a district council.
Who's the district council now? Up in Dallas.
The last one I knew was Kirby.
Curb, yeah.
Kirby was the district council. I don't know if that was district council now. A section of the post. But they were given primary responsibility for policing the community. And there were years when they did the police certain things that were bound to create controversy.
Yeah.
Because take for instance now, the river. They were in the stream, they were given the authority to prosecute people for washing in a protected stream. A lot of people got either warned or prosecuted for washing in the river here. You understand?
Close.
Washing
Or
your clothes, bathing in the river.
Okay.
You're not supposed to do that.
Okay.
Now that you have pipe water, now, that is less.
Tap water.
Yeah, that is not more no more.
Okay.
Yeah, then you have like cursing bad words.
Uncle Earl tell me say like people usually like you have to run a man, put the handcuff on you and carry a puppy in if you be in the river and wash clothes
Yeah,
like 500 feet in the river or something like so.
500, I think it's about 200 feet away from the
Okay.
stream.
Yeah.
Although it had its purpose, because it was primarily for protecting the health of the community. Because in those days you have communicable disease, things like yaws and the colds and everything that was
What kind of cold?
just common cold. That,
Okay.
you know, wash it. Somebody down the bottom drinking and you up the top.
Okay, yeah.
There are musical laws at the police. The district constable will be involved with. One of the problems that you find,
So to
Like
drink
when-
this water, you have to bucket it and move it.
you're supposed to take the precaution to see that it's sterilized, wash it,
Yeah,
blow
yeah,
it
yeah,
while
yeah,
it's
yeah.
drinking and cooking. But those days it was the police. It was like toilets. Every home was required to have a toilet, a sealed toilet, where rodents and rats couldn't get down into the toilet. Because that was a major cause of spreading of infectious disease. I have leptospirosis
Mm-hmm.
and all those things. Although it was primarily policed by the sanitary inspector, what they call the sanitary inspector.
We come here sometime.
Yeah, the district constable could prosecute for it also. You understand? So you have these various things. Then you have the service of summons and warrants by the district constable and the regular police. Although the police was required under law to
So
do
is
this.
it a strain for half a tree and popping police. Is it a strain on their resources to be coming up here to angle those type of things?
It would be a strain on them, so the local district council will give them the summons and the warrant to execute. But it's sometimes take a whole ugly turn because of problem between the families, and there was a lot of land dispute. When I was growing up, there was a lot of land dispute, boundary dispute.
Yeah.
And people necessarily see when you serve them a summons.
As a little youth, you witnessed them thing that was the main thing of
Yeah, but when-
ruckus, as Auntie would say. Ruckus.
Yeah, called a lot of ruckus.
Okay.
And when the district constable served it, or the regular policeman served it was always looked upon that you took side, the person who got received the process, as we call it.
So you have crowd draw around the people and man and say, look at the man, look at the thing that go on and tell you.
No, it was less pronounced. No, it wasn't pronounced. But it boiled up underneath there. It was silent war.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Grievance, undercurrent and everything there.
Yeah, and then the policeman would be required to attend court and give evidence to the fact that he had served the process on you and the other party. And the other party would say, well, you come to court and give evidence against me. They didn't know the process. They weren't educated enough to know what are the processes involved.
So, yeah, I said that the family ties is really tight because if a coachment of land, you have to have more family meeting and all them things that then to really decide.
They would know, they didn't take that their duty to mean that they would mediate. And the local churches, God, there were so many different churches. And the ministers didn't live in the community where they could eagerly participate in a mediation process, where the two parties were from different congregations, and they didn't come together to form a group like the Baptists or the Methodists, the Adventists, that they could say, all right, we have a dispute in the community. Let us all sit down and bring the parties together and mediate. Everybody hold their side. The Adventists hold their side, the Methodists hold their side, the Baptists hold their side. So it was a kind of it was organized. Although those people were more or less trained, but they weren't trained to see the importance of mediation and to bring the parties together. You understand? The other thing you find is politics. When politics came in, when the two political parties were formed, they were antagonistic to each other, and until today,
from the get-go,
they remain antagonistic to each other. You know, one party necessarily see the other party being the recipient of the benefit of the spoils, and the other party see the same way too. Yes. And that they're deprived of their what they should get because of the other party and because of their involvement with a political leader. It is not something we have gotten rid of. I wish we could say we have gotten rid of those things. But we haven't. But there are various other problems we had.
Yeah.
Various problems that we have. So the police, going back to your main topic, the police occupy the role that they occupy and in the society were never clearly defined, and up to today it is not clearly defined neither. You know.
Big up our peace officers them. Rudolph McLean, Jason, who else? Now call a name. Big up on yourself. Big up. Yes, sir.
But they shouldn't necessarily be um,
Upholding.
no, it's necessarily be mediation. And
Okay.
quickly move against where they saw any problems developing and counsel people them.
Yeah.
Uh, Another thing you find is that is their involvement in with the youths. Where you find that
Sir, before we go on to the youths, you mentioned the development of problems, and that is like a even before, like that is like a that is so big that it don't get it justice because for monitor a development is to keep it a threshold. If so for example they are here, the threshold of development of thing would move so fast and unchecked. You know what I mean? So like if X happen, them know say them on it right away. Instead of a little fear period and a festering period. I didn't think about that for monitor the development of problem, that is a
from the problem manifests itself, you should be on top of it.
okay.
Don't let it fester and break out into
Yeah,
a problem.
yeah.
And this is what is very pronounced with the youth. When we were young children, we created our own form of sports. Cricket, they make bats from the coconut tree, they make balls from the bamboo root, they make gigs and play marbles and everything. But the youth themselves, they invented these games and invented the way out without resorting to buying expensive equipment. And the police and didn't play a pivotal role in bringing them together in a meaningful way and organizing them
Oh, that's a police youth club.
as a youth club,
Okay.
but give them greater involvement in their own development. For instance, Father Hugh Sherlock with Boy Stone and those people in Kingston. Bishop Gibson, they founded schools and developed sports. Right now, Kingston College is the foremost institution in sports, founded by Bishop Gibson.
Yeah,
But
yes,
in the rural parts, apart from say Monroe, Titchfield and all those schools, the police, the ministers play, the religious leaders play quite a pivotal role in developing these institutions. The police should have been there beside them and take a more active role, but they didn't. Another thing you find is development of music. Today in the community you don't have organists, you don't have pianists, you don't have guitarists, banjo players, drummers. But it has all gone down to nothing. But years ago, the church played a pivotal role in that. You understand? Plus the local organists and pianists. It was not uncommon to see on a Sunday the girls and walking with their books, going into the community to go to various homes where there was a piano or an organ.
Yeah.
And you could always bet that one that home and the pianist who played the organ at the church
Yeah.
lived at that home, but thought it fit that after church or on a Saturday evening, they would take the local girls and teach them music,
Lessons.
give them music lessons.
Yeah.
To a lesser extent, the boys were not exposed to that. I only know of one gentleman in that.
So all you don't play instruments, sir?
No, it just never dawned on me. There was only one gentleman I know in Dallas who played the organ, Mr. Ruiz Nimrod. But it was primarily women in the churches, the person who played at the service were women. And it stemmed from the fact that they were the one invited to the homes to learn to play.
Yeah.
The boys were never taught. To this extent, I don't know if they were ever invited. But they didn't play a big role in the playing of any instrument in the church. But, I would say they occupied posts as junior leaders, like junior deacons. You don't go by that. And then again, some of the organists in the church were really jealous of people coming in and taking over the organ.
Yeah.
So you have that kind of problem here also.
Big up Mr. Winsome, big up Tell Truth, big up Shaka Black, the drummer for Bethel, yes sir.
Yeah, it was not uncommon to know. I hear that there was a problem in a church because a young organist had moved into the church and wanted to take over the playing of the service
Yeah.
against a whole.
So them time that is like alright, to all me and see it is like a case of attention leads where energy flows, where attention goes, energy flows. Because before the whole technology thing, there was the river, and we have the interest of the river at hand, and we notice some government even Mandeville Road, but them time there they used to be like culvert in some mountainside. I mean, there's talks of the fixing the road, fixing the road, but it's like nobody ever mentioned fixing the culvert in some mountainside gully, but there are stone wall in some of them gully there. You know what I mean?
No, but
sorry, sir. It's like I say. At that time, it's like what was there was important, and some other things are coming now. Our energy. You understand?
Well, what I know about the gully is in the 1960s and early 70s, there was a major project by the government, especially in this area, called to build check dams. I mean, if you had a gully in your property, you could approach the government and they would send people to build check dams. The check dams were primarily used to stop the flow of water and to preserve the movement of soil. But that stopped and never started. There, if you go up into a place like Netherton, Squeeze up, you find check dams. But one of the big problems I found was check dams. That after people start to build their own home, they dig down the check dams and use the stones to build pit and build their homes.
Oh, God.
So they just killed that project. But there were a lot of people involved in building check dams. You had a head mason, and you had other ancillary workers. And the good thing about that project is it is the residue of those check dams that is probably saving us now. You understand? But most of them are gone.
Yeah, 'cause in terms of the river, when the river come down now,
Yeah, they're just siling it.
yeah,
There's nothing to preserve the soil, to take the soil out. Or preserve the soil. And it was such a good thing. But you don't hear anybody talk about it again.
as it mentioned that one day, Shah said like, take a picture of the river when the river come down.
Yeah, muddy.
It muddy, but it go down back fast because not even a farming about, you know. So the vegetation just heal itself.
The check dam was the immediate answer to not the complete answer, but the answer to that problem. But I fail to see why that government
Politics put that in place.
Yeah, well, politics and the people themselves, them are really decipher what was the real purpose of these check dams. I know there was one at Parish Mango, big check dam, that the stones was taken out by people from the community, and that had few, I would say about 40, 50 truckloads of stone. And if you go there now, I don't think you find a truckload of stone. They're all taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. But going back to the police, if the local police and the local district constables were put in charge of this project to monitor them,
Yeah.
I think they all would have been a better result. Because after they were built and left, the people that just went deep out the stone and you understand. And the land was just let loose again.
So the government have systems in place for these things are
They're
just-
supposed to have something, the ministry, they have JS, and those people should know about those things. The school's supposed to have some form of instruction through the 4-H club to build it, to
a institutionalized plan
no,
or,
to
or are you recommending it? Which one?
no, it's an institute. Well, the
Okay.
4-H is there now, but the 4-H is a government institution
Okay.
attached to the Ministry of Agriculture. So they should be, the children at school should be taught, you know, about the check dams.
Stick up in, sir. 4-H attached to the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yeah, 4-H agriculture.
Then that no wrong. That as in that no outdated now. It shouldn't be attached to something different now.
Well, that has to be taught out. But it take it to another dimension.
Where?
All the schools, most of the schools in Jamaica, especially rural schools, I remember Constitution in Dallas, all of them had what they call extended gardens. They were a proportion of land that was leased in the community.
Yeah, Mr. HP too.
Yeah, there was family, Mr. Dixon up in Crosspath. He had loan, lease some acres of land up to the school, and we had an extended garden there.
Careful of the mic, sir. Yes, sir.
They planted like cane, and they were taught to do contour terracing. The same check dams were instructed how to build a check dam to preserve your land.
Who's Mr. Dixon, sir?
Mr. Ingram Dixon, that's Mr. Wright's grandfather.
Who's that one?
He died years ago.
So tell me what I want, because him sound like him the only for pivoting in the system. Because a man here Ingram, you know, say, and for some Mr. Right grandfather, you know Mr. Right state.
Well,
And big up Cheryl too.
he was in charge of, there was a king.
Ingram Dixon.
Yeah, there was a
France
king.
him come from?
No, from Cross Pass. Sin grandfather, Mr. Right grandfather.
Yeah.
He was the man in charge of the Good Hope property.
Big up Mr. Right. Mr. Right, remember one time interview from Sherberry, remember, shout out. Yeah, continue, sir.
Good Hope had a sugar estate. There was a sugar estate at Good Hope where they boiled sugar from the cane juice, and they used to bring the sugar down through Mount Henry to Cross Path where the truck would pick it up to take to town. I tell you the process of boiling, milling the cane, getting the juice out, boiling the sugar, and they'd bring it down to Cross Path where the truck would pick it up, take it to
Truck?
town.
Like
Trucks. There was a lot of cane.
Yeah, but which truck? What don't truck?
No, they had a truck to...
Sugar company truck, which truck?
No man, those truck would come from all over.
Oh. Like a man come for your order.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would happen is that especially the bakeries, I like coming up to Easter now, the bakeries would need sugar, the wet sugar, or we call it wet sugar, to make bun. So they'd come and pick up sugar. They were in tins. I think the tin would hold about 4 gallons or 4 quarts. 4 gallons of sugar.
So Mr. Ingram Dixon in charge of that?
He was in charge of that. He was in charge of the place. The Good Hope estate was owned by some people named Mon, M-U-N-N.
Yeah. What Mr. Ingram did look like?
A broad man, just as you say, Sint, if you look like Sint.
Yeah. I'm short like him.
No man, was tall, with braces, always wearing braces.
Braces pants?
Yeah, pants with braces.
Okay. Belly big?
No, I was big belly.
Oh man. Tall man in braces.
Tall and braces.
Okay. And him in charge of all them something there?
He go to Good Hope.
Yeah.
And he owned the property around at Cross Pass there. And the school garden was above his house. But the
School garden, you talk Methodist Ratwatt School Garden. Okay. So him give the Ratwatt School land?
No, I think he leased it to the government.
Okay. So he's a big man.
But he had a few acres of land.
Okay.
But the boys would, he had each school was assigned what you call a 4-H instructor, was a teacher,
Yeah.
agricultural teacher. And they would come once or twice a month and take the boys them. And the
From
girls-
where? Come from where?
They come from Kingston,
See Ministry of Agriculture?
yeah,
Okay.
4-H department. And they would teach the boys how to plant certain crops and how to prepare the land.
So you never have an inclusive thing where the skill man them like Mr. Ingram I show them say this is a phase of the moon and this is a that.
I think
Rather man, no rather, can rather come in with you.
For
But
it.
I really them man they are coming for them system.
No,
We just a try to say like what?
No, there was a book put out every year by the Minister of Agriculture, or JS. It show you the planting season, when to plant, what to plant, when. I think you might can still get that. That book might still be available at JS, the one by Church Street. I forgot the name of the title of that book.
Okay.
But every year, most farmers would go and buy that book.
Okay, yeah.
But the 4-H instructor now would come and teach you how to prepare the land, what to do, what to plant, and in some instances provide seeds and planting material.
Alright, so all them time that you observe them thing you are going, what go through your head? Like, you go through school, you see the movements here. What upon your mind at the time? And how old were you when you start recognize these systems in the community?
No, when you start school, I think I was about in about 8 or 9. When you start, you go to garden. The garden day, you had 2 days in school where you look forward to. The gardening day, where the boys would go to the garden.
You look forward to that?
Yeah.
Because you now want a pen and a paper, daddy.
No, well, you have to carry a book. Each, at Dallas, we had each...
Go gardening?
No, man, each boy had a book. You have an exercise book which you...
Oh, you tell me a slate one time.
What is that?
Oh, you tell me say a slate.
No, you get an exercise book.
Yeah.
And you cut it in two. And you edit up. You have different topics you edit up in it.
Yeah.
And you take it to the garden with you.
Yeah.
And you make you got a little notebook, you make your notes in it.
Yeah.
A reference.
Yeah. And they're short pants.
Short pants. And
Yeah.
the girls now used to go to sewing.
Yeah.
They go to sewing. And they not only did they do sewing, they did baking. Baking, cooking, sewing. That was their
Who made them kiln there?
Eh?
Who made those a kiln? Who made those ovens? Sorry.
Oh, they make out of the kerosene tin. You have kerosene tin. That was a competition.
Okay.
You make kerosene tin oven
Yeah.
to do your baking. But the boys who always make them, and the girls use them. I remember the last time I went to Denby as a young boy. We entered the baking competition, and but Blossom Spalding, Mama Jane's daughter.
On square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She took part in the baking. And it was at Denby, down in Clarendon.
You serious?
Yeah. And I went and I did cattle judging.
Did you?
Judging cattle.
So you want to leave early and go down there?
No, we leave here. We leave here early in the morning. I think we took the bus down to railway station and catch the diesel. Diesel leave down that thing.
That's a train?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they drop it right at Denby. Drop it right on the showground.
Okay.
And I tell you when the competition will start. What interesting about this competition, and I think it was the last one I went to, Merle decided to bake a cake. And she got all the ingredients together and put on the cake on the kerosene tin oven.
Yeah.
And when it was made, a beautiful cake. But you know what she did?
Oh.
She was supposed to use icing sugar.
Yeah. The salt?
She used salt.
Oh gosh.
The cake came out so good, but it was pure salt.
Oh gosh.
She mixed up the baking sugar with the salt.
So if you put her on her back when she come back and said, don't worry, man.
I think she was very disappointed.
Oh,
I think it was
God.
she though.
Oh God.
I can't remember directly but she, but I believe now thinking back that was she who did it.
But the judge and tears and we say, what is this?
Then you have the cattle judging thing now, where they brought out like that is when we were exposed
Oh God.
to TP Lecky.
Yeah. Okay.
They bring about like a dozen calves.
Hold on. TP Lecky was big man at that time?
It was the scientist at J.
When you was a youth?
Yeah.
Okay, we never know the time. That was that your age or something.
TP Lecky?
Yeah.
No man, TP Lecky died years and
Big
years
man
ago.
for you.
It was my grandfather.
Okay.
Anyway, they brought out like a dozen calves, young calves like 6 months old or 3 months old. You're supposed to judge them to see which is best suited for rearing. Which is best suited for rearing.
Yeah.
And if you want the Denby,
So how you get experience in that now? How you turn cattle judge and go place go judge
no,
cattle?
because I think we were sent to Hope Gardens
Oh,
to do the initial
course.
course. But it worked out good enough because if you pass like Hope Gardens, you'll go on to Denby. When you go to Denby now, 4-H members,
Hold on. What go on up guard?
just initial training.
Like a 3 week thing?
No man, one day.
Oh, so you go.
Not one day, you go a number of days.
Yeah.
We're exposed to these calves and
They teach you
different
things.
calves, and then you see how the calf bang belly or the calf, back not straight.
You want go?
No man, you about some years ago.
Okay.
And when you pass,
What an old thing did I go on? It
when
continue.
you
Sorry.
pass Hope Gardens now, you are selected to go to Denby to do the judging at Denby.
By who? Miss Patterson or
No
Oak Garden
man,
people?
that was 4-H.
Oh, same 4-H.
And when you go to Denby now, you are if you
So hold on. 4-H coming to the school and say, send that guy and that guy. They go to the garden.
no. It's a number of your members. You have school. You have to be a member of the 4-H club,
So you remember the 4-H club?
Yeah.
4-H club, the old age people thing.
No man, 4-H are picnics and
Oh! No, mix it up. Yeah. Matic golden age. Sorry.
so when you go to Denby now and you are selected at Denby, that you are the best cattle judge. You are sent to England.
Oh, so you never win that?
No. You're selected to go to England to do I think it was in Edinburgh, Scotland.
So hold on. Them test you at
You tested at Hope Gardens for selection to go to Denby. And when you go to Denby now, you are selected to go if you go to England. But it's All Island, Denby was an All Island thing.
Wow. And government organized all that something.
Everything.
Okay.
We were a part of the British. We were taking the British government.
So you know if 4-H still involved with them, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I would believe so. But it was very interesting, very exciting. But I can't forget the cake.
Yeah.
They don't know that Dallas would have won in the competition, but for the sugar. But for the salt being substituted and being used, and that sugar.
Oh, yes, so would have won. Huh?
Yep, would have won.
Oh gosh.
Because I watch you through all the processes.
Okay.
Getting your flour,
Yeah.
sieving the flour, putting the ingredients in, stir it.
So on the way back, a salt cake you eat?
No, man, I don't have to know. I don't know what to do that cake.
Okay.
I think we came back in a car. I think who brought us back? Mr. Banner.
So when a father?
No, man.
So Brent?
Brent. All the teachers would have gone to them with us.
So Mr. One a big one for you?
Brent?
Yeah.
Brent a big one, yes, Brent a big one.
For real? No look yo, no look over. Big up Tolati. Brenda Bonner. Okay.
For me, it was very interesting. Yeah, I taught the basic skills in agriculture.
Sir, the more we talk and the more we realize the devil in the details. So it's like it alright. Because it wasn't my time it take little bit of things. It's like the more
You weren't exposed to them, can't you?
yeah.
But we do rabbit too, you know.
Yeah, but the youth them I will know this now. Even people older than me and one's younger than me.
Older people know about that.
I got a documented now in the Kirniva files and I'm going to judge for them.
Wesley, we grew some rabbits called Taggenberg. Came back there, I think they were from Australia. Some pretty rabbit, and my kind of not blue, brown.
Shout out to Miss Whittaker, Stam down
Australia, yeah. First in 100 years.
Wow. Yeah, you say, or the rabbit name?
Taggenberg. We have Taggenberg rabbits. But we had a big rabbit hutch up at Wesley. Just below the church.
Okay.
I think when they came down to Dallas, they started chicken rearing and pig rearing.
So, sir, we have a lot to say thankful for, but we just not aware of it. And this may I try conceptualize in our mind. It's like we have a lot to say thankful for, but we just not aware. We just feel like the place just joggy and not progress.
No, it was like this.
Okay.
Although it wasn't as exciting as this time. At that time you only had the radio that you put the wire up in the mango tree, and you could hardly hear anything after a while. And the battery cost, it was 30, I think it was 30 shillings for a battery, radio battery. But it was exciting, you had the one little thing to do. You had to go to school garden. And some of the things we produce in the school garden we use in the kitchen, we call the soup kitchen, the kitchen at the school. When you reap yam, you took it to the school and they cook the yam. Bananas, sugar cane, carrot, turnip, all those things were used at the school. So it was a lesson in self-sufficiency.
One second, sir. I check out mother be here. Just 1 second. She wants some. Just hold your point, please. 1 second.
Where we were.
Mama, you just want a little something deal with. Water, sir. The river. Was it like a jewel? It seemed like it was the jewel of the community, because if the culvert and everything and the laws and police, it seemed like the river was a jewel, was the jewel of the community. I mean, sugar, yeah, but water, like, it was a sustenance. I don't understand why water was a jewel of the community. And why so much money spent on police in it, and why so much money spent on the gold culvert, the gold culvert.
Gold culvert, you mean the storm culverts?
Yeah.
Check dams.
Check down.
Because they realized that erosion was a Jamaican problem. Today we are still suffering from erosion, massive soil erosion. If they had built those check dams, most of the land you see now with something going on, then would not be there. It would be just
because people were losing their land because okay.
Dig up the land.
And because land was the primary source of income too.
Yeah, we are now realizing that erosion is a major problem.
Actually, wow.
These, what do you say, these
Family. So hold on. So these families, when these families come together and ruckus and whatever happen and undercurrent grievances and them go to police to sort out the land thing, it's because it's a survival thing, right?
Well, my people, we had just come out of slavery, man. Yes, and land is still a precious commodity today. Still precious today, as it was then. And not a lot of persons have access to land at that time. And you need the land that they owned were rented from the white people that owned the state. So basically, if you find a
White
man
people.
have a piece of land, it might be about half acre where him have him house and him kitchen and him toilet. But there was not a massive amount of land for him to do farming. So what they will do, they will go to the woodwards who came
White people them too.
and lease land from them.
White people would do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were the owner of the land. So they lease it from them. And some of the conditions were, I wouldn't say onerous really, but still benefited the whites. Because if you were growing cane,
Sir, speaking of the white people them, sir, why was this massive exodus of white people away from Jamaica, including people like the Woodward them? Like, some family move go uptown it seem, but majority just leave.
there was no, I wouldn't say there was a massive exodus. What has happened is that the majority of the land in Jamaica were owned by whites. Those whites were never resident in Jamaica
From the beginning.
from the beginning. But what they will do, they
Oh.
will send people from England as managers, like the Woodwards them. They were never one of Woodward the estate. If you look at the titles, it went back to hundreds of years before.
So Wood was a work and
They were given to the whites. Why they don't process known as land grants. You're a white man living in Jamaica. I was even living in Jamaica, but you were insane in the army.
Jamaican army.
No, the English army.
Okay, okay.
And then so well we have 200 acre land in Jamaica. In Dallas, we need someone to go and take care of it. I will give it to you. What you want to do to it is your business. So what you do now, you come to Jamaica, you look at the land and you say, well, coffee can grow on it. So I'm going to get somebody from England, borrow some money from the British, and come here and start to grow coffee. But you were never involved in
And
the
banana and everything.
Yeah, you bring a manager from England to grow the coffee here.
Okay.
I tell you a simple thing. Look at Woolworth. When Woolworth set up stores in Jamaica, the managers were sent from England. The manager stores them.
So Jamaica is just a them exploit or it's just
It was
it
there
just
for
fit
them.
into the system to make some money. And that's so them see. That's so them see
That's
Jamaica
how they could
as.
repatriate wealth back to England.
Wow.
When them send you
So
here,
Jamaica is a big pond.
Jamaica was a big farm.
Big pond.
I wouldn't say a pond. It's just that you get land, you get somebody to farm it. When the ship comes into Jamaica, I suppose you are growing bananas in Jamaica. When the ship comes into Jamaica, and you cut say 100 bunches of banana from your estate, it comes straight to London or Birmingham or one of them places there. And you go and load the banana and sell it and get your money.
So that's a big deal because you know some man like if a man like Herb Elephant that sing about one bunch, 2 bunch, 3 bunch cut.
Yeah,
So,
those
so Jamaica is like Kellogg's them time that then. For get a Jamaican banana.
no, those were music really. But
Okay.
it was all the banana were loaded.
Huh?
They created this song to match the rhythm of the reaping of the banana.
Yeah,
6 and 7 and 8 and bunch.
yeah.
daylight come and I want to go home.
Yeah.
But it either took place one way or the other. Either when the ship came into Kingston Harbour, they'd use canoes to take the banana out of the ship. And they would take,
what me I
take the
say.
bananas out of the
But
ship.
me I say for the song to be a hit, the topic would have to be of social significance and
Well,
very relatable. I mean, so relatable that it can be a hit.
No, they don't think about it. They just think about something to create
The song?
a rhythm that would let the task more.
No, I'm not talking about the workers. I'm talking about Arbella Fante now.
Well, Arbella Fante came from St. Anne.
No man, me I say him make the song.
It was long, that song was known long before now.
No sir, hear me I say sir. Me I say this what helped this song to become so much of a hit is because it's like the got milk thing and everybody start buying milk in them house. It's like
Yeah, well, it could be a
no, so what I say
publicity
it's like Jamaican products as coffee is now. What the banana was at that time and probably still is. It's just like it was so relatable that probably it seemed every household used to, as well them buy apples, they usually buy bananas and
in England.
yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true. When banana, that thing that went to England for sale, and it was a product that
So, sir, hold on.
the English love.
Alright, so the question is, what does Jamaica have that is guys, comment in the comments please. And sir, you tell me too. What does Jamaica have that is a staple on the world system right now that is so relatable? What's some of these things? Coffee, music, what else?
Coffee music. We still have a.
Because
We
it's
still have
it's no longer products now. It's like industries now.
no, but
It's not a song anymore. It's an industry. So it's not the 1 and 7 and bunch thing. It's not the one song now. It's the whole genre, and it's not coffee now. Is
anything that we produce. You can build up a song around it. For instance, you have another thing people don't really know about is sauces. You know,
bro.
pick up pepper sauce.
Yo.
We produce it.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Virgin. Yes, sir.
We produce a lot of sauces that go into England for sale. Pepper sauces. We produce a whole heap of things we produce now that go into England for sale. And the merchant was selling it in England.
Alright, so sir.
Have his own publicity stunt.
Alright, that is, yes sir. Like reggae man and them something. But let me answer, sir. It's like from the onset, the primary resource during pre-Columbian times was water. From that, let's hear me a lead up to sir. And when you follow it up, to deliver your answer. The primary resource was like I said, eat, air and water. Well, Jamaica was a land of wood and water.
Sugar was a...
No, not a pre-Columbian. Before Columbus, the Taínos named the land wood and water, right? Well, sir, may I get to something, sir? Them name the land wood and water. That means all needs are met. Now, as economies and systems and social structures and entertainment and sports, as all these things come after Columbus, Jamaica still is the star in all these things, no matter which direction the world go. Jamaica is still on the cutting edge or the best. Jamaica still delivering the best no matter where the world turn. Where you see that, sir?
Well, because we have more experience in our country. We have the experience, as you say, from the first European settler here. They found something unique about Jamaica.
Yeah, because Christopher Columbus called it the fairest isle. And no matter which way the world goes, Jamaica just be alright, sir. I call come in for you. Sam, come, Sam. Alright, so we continue this next time.
AJ's.
Alright.
Yeah. Age